As a young man, I had really set out to try to be able to make an impact and change the entire world. As I learned how difficult it was to be able to change the entire world, I instead decided to focus on just the nation. So I signed up for every committee, every board, every charitable thing I could think of in order to be able to change a nation. As the years went on, and I realized just how divided people still were and how difficult it really was, I decided to scale it back and focus on my community and my own town. And I signed up for the boards and I signed up for all these different fundraisers and different things as to where I just wanted to make an impact on my community. And the older I got, I realized that even my own community was still divided, still fighting, and still having tons of issues. So instead of the community, I decided to then set out to focus on where my family was at. And now, as I began to focus more on my family, I realized just how many things I had let slip past me, or how many issues were occurring right within my own home that I didn't even, really worry too much because I was focusing on fixing the world. I had so many grandiose things that I had to do. So by now, my kids weren't listening to me. My wife was very dissatisfied. And so all that left was then for me to look at myself at my older age and say, holy cow, I need to, figure out where I'm at and figure out, what am I truly doing and who really am I? Who am I to say that I'm going to go change the world? And so I took a few moments and I really thought about it, and I realized that literally the only person that I can change or fix or be able to make a better person is myself. And if I would have started a long time ago and focused more on me being a better person, I then would have started focusing more on my kids and my family and begun to help raise them to be better kids and better children and to be able to put more out into the community. And within our own family, we then could have been able to change an entire community. And the more I think about it, our community could have then effectively changed the nation. And the nation, from that point forward, could have essentially had an impact on the rest of the world. But the entire time, it all began with where I was and who I am. Every single one of us has that choice to ultimately be able to determine as to who we are and what kind of an impact we're going to put out there. But every step of the way, it begins with focusing on who I am. How do I make that impact? Not trying to be able to think outside into a worldly image, but thinking first off right here and focusing on what we have right in front of us to be able to make a healthy choice and healthy decisions to pass that on to the generations that we can. And that's how we make a difference within the world. And that choice is on each and every one of us.